Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, November the 19th, 2020. It's another Technical Alpha podcast. Hope you're ready for another great show lined up for you today. If it's your first time here for whatever reason, welcome. We talk about video games, talk about movies and shit. We briefly asked Jeff how his week was, and 99.95% of the time, it's the same shit, different week. But I have a feeling there might be a bit of spice thrown in on the answer this week. We'll find out very soon. But before we get to that, head on over youtube.com/lifesaglitchtv. Hit the bell icon on there after you subscribe so you can be notified as soon as these podcasts go up there. Because if you're not supporting us on Patreon, or maybe you already are and you're looking for a way to continue to help support us other than just telling people about the show, leaving a comment and hitting the like button in the first hour of these podcasts going up on YouTube is a great way to do so. Now, the all-important question. Mr. Black, how was your week?
Busy week.
I'm not surprised. I already know 98% of the answer that's coming here, but lots of people might not. So, how was your week? What were you tackling? Are you the next Black Tim the Toolman Taylor? Have you accidentally hit yourself with a chop saw yet? And have you fallen through a roof?
No, not quite. Let me see if I can add some lighting here to my webcam.
Darkness!
Darkness. Brightness. Let me see. Well, maybe not. Anyway, I'll figure it out. For those who don't know, I closed on a property last week. The triplex, going through some major renovations.
Changes.
Yeah. Renovations. When I first did a prospect of the property, it started at $45K. Then during due diligence, before firming up on the deal, realized it was going to be closer to 70, 75. And now we're at 101. So, it's
next week 283.
No, this is pretty much, I think at max it'll go to about 105 in renos at this point.
Okay.
The reason why it went up, decided I was going to put a heat pump in each unit, so that tenants can don't have to use their baseboard heating in every room. They might have to use it maybe in the master and or maybe in the bedrooms if they don't leave the doors open. The way that the units are and how the heat pump is situated, it's basically being able to blow through the whole unit, like down the hall and everything. But more importantly, also during the summers, they'll have AC. So that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Also decided to add dishwashers in every unit. So that was, that added to the costs. So, and then decided, I was just going to redo all the floors. I was going to leave the floors as they were, especially the bottom unit. It wasn't too bad. But after they started ripping up all of the baseboard heating that they had down there before, it's just started leaving a bunch of holes in tiles. And there was going to be a lot of patching to do. And although I had a spare box and a half of tiles, I was upgrading the whole units, but the middle and top units were all tile. And it felt very almost like call center-y, almost like
you don't want tile all over the place. Tile is like a really specific thing that you want to use. And, kitchens, okay, tile. Bathrooms, okay.
Yeah, the tile, it wasn't like your standard tile. It was like a vinyl tile. So it was like...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it can be used in a rental for sure.
Yeah.
And I could have got away with it for, a couple of years until there was a turnover and then change it. But after they started ripping shit up and I realized there was more and more patching to do, I was just like, you know what? Let's just get it done. All the units are vacant. Let's just go ahead and that way it'll complete the whole look of everything too. Like, because the whole thing was getting painted. All the fixtures are changing. All the baseboards are changing. And then the floors will just be added. So that was an extra $6,200 to get 2,600 square feet of flooring. So got that. Leaving all the hallways the regular vinyl tile, like the common spaces, that's totally fine. But as soon as you get in the units, there's that. So yeah, that obviously it was like that those three things alone added, 18 grand to the budget right there. So yeah, I went down there today. Actually, for those that don't know, if you go to my YouTube channel, I started a series on all the renovations. I'm going to go through my whole portfolio, answer a bunch of stuff. So I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I ran into something suspect day before yesterday, day before. So anyway, that's going to get addressed on Monday morning. But other than that, like everything is going well. Yeah, it's just in over my head right now in terms of like just being busy. I thought for sure that it was going to be a little bit more passive than what it is. And to a degree it is, but I'm just such a hands-on person that I'm not doing any of the work right now, but I need to like check up on people, keep people accountable. And I'm happy I did, because there was an issue that I wanted fixed that's getting fixed. So like just keeping up on everything and trying to be like 3 or 4 steps ahead, especially during COVID. And it's just harder to get stuff like appliances alone. Like I got 3 more appliances showing up in my place next week that I got to put in my garage. So it's just like juggling a lot of different things and then still trying to stream and got other commitments and then family. So it's busy. It's stressful now that I'm over $100,000 are gonna be in renos. I'm like, okay, hopefully nothing catastrophic pops up. But they already opened the walls and they, basically we've seen the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
So, it's like, keep this up. I'm going to run out of capital. So, just trying to get through it. Everything's going good. My dad's going to help out a ton. I went and did a door count today because I got to get all new door handles. In every unit, there's like bronze door handles, silver door handles, gold door handles. I mean, they were just throwing shit in there for throwing, because I got to make everything match and get sort of a theme going, right?
Yeah.
So I had to go and count all the different fixtures, all the handles, all the cupboard handles, and had to do a count for that. So I got to go this weekend and buy all that stuff in bulk. But yeah, other than that, it's going good. Brian's working on the house.
That was, Brian and I were talking about that. He was like, funny enough, he ended up being on the project for that. So
yeah,
he was telling me about some of the roadblocks they ran into trying to wire the place, like the fact that the roof is completely a false roof and there wasn't any room to run wire really up top.
Yeah, one of the good things about the property that I was like happy about is when they started opening up parts of the ceiling, there was like drywall, and then there's like a fire plywood, and then there's like sound dampening. So I at least, like, it sucks because my dad's gonna have to patch all this shit up. Like, it's gonna be an awful job. But I was happy to know that the property was at least fitted properly for multi-units on top of each other in terms of like sound, fireproof. So that was nice. Like, the house is solidly built, but it's the electricians are having fun, wiring all this shit and pulling things, and they basically rewiring the whole building.
So he was saying he's gonna rewire like the whole fucking works. He said he was annoyed because he was like, he had to poke in holes fucking everywhere because he can't get up. There's no crawl space. At first they got there and he was like, oh, there's a crawl space. We'll just fucking hop up here and fucking run some cable. No. He was like, there's 8 inches of fucking space above the ceiling. So no luck there. But yeah, at least to the best of your knowledge, no more crazy.
Yeah.
Come out of nowhere. Oops, we had fucking carpenter ants 2 years ago, and now we've got to fucking rip out half of the floor joist. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
It's going good. I can't complain.
There you go. My week was another week. Nothing crazy. Streamed when I could. Got the review for Tony Hawk up finally. That took me fucking forever and a day. Just decided to not put any music in it at all because I'm not about dealing with the DMCA life right now at all. So it was a bit of a stale video review. It's like my voice and then skateboarding sound effects in the background for the for the entire thing.
Got to be careful. You might get DMCA'd for those skateboard sound effects.
Yeah, it could entirely happen. And then other than that, we're just here at the household. We're getting ready for wave number 2 here in Nova Scotia for COVID, because it's back here again after having months of basically nothing. It's back here and back to community spread. So we are in the household. We're reconfiguring our interactions, like coordinating when Em and I are going to be in the kitchen versus when, mom or dad will be in the kitchen through the days, mask wearing up and downstairs for both sets, because we're treating basically the up and downstairs as 2 different units for all intents and purposes. Who can be around Nan and at what distance and at what, we're sorting all that out. Who's going to be doing grocery shopping and stuff. It will likely still be dad, but we're getting all that sorted out. And then I had my cardiology setup thing where I had my Holter put on. I was wired for sound for 24 hours, like a 24-hour EKG. And so I had that on. That was a fucking trip show. They had to, I'm not the hairiest man alive, but I got some hair on my chest. And when they're fucking strapping you up for 24 hours, they have to make sure the shit doesn't fall off. And so they have to have clean contact. And so this girl who is obviously used to strapping up like fucking elderly people with this thing. She was about M's age, also Filipino or whatever. And she was like the most nervous person I've ever seen in my life. It was like she had to like ask me, because she had to shave my chest basically in parts where she had to put the shit on. So it was like super fucking like an intimate thing to have to do with somebody, right? And she's used to do it with like the elderly, so she probably doesn't care. And then somebody her age comes in and it's kind of an awkward situation. It's kind of like if you have a doctor who's similar to your age as a guy, and it comes to the point where you got to get your prostate checked, and you're like,
dude,
all right.
I went through, so true story, right? True story.
Yeah.
So I went to go get my nuts checked out. Like,
man,
this was years ago. So, I mean, fuck, I'm 33 years old now, so I can talk about this stuff. I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So when I was 15 years old, felt a lump on my nut, my right nut, and I was like, first thing you think of is cancer, right? So
yeah, of course.
I go into the doctors, we get ultrasounds, everything is actually, I didn't even get ultrasounds. The doctor, funny enough, the doctor got like a little mini flashlight and like basically like flashed it through my nut and was like, yeah, bro, this is just like a regular ass cyst. Like you have nothing to worry. Just keep an eye on it. If it gets too big, like, it could become cancerous. It's very unlikely, but it more of a discomfort thing. So just keep an eye on it. And I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. So some time goes on and, I'm now like, fuck, this was probably when I was like 20, probably around the time Like TV was like starting up. So I might've been like 23, 24. And, I started getting like a dull ache. Right. So I was like, fuck, and it was also because I'm playing around with it more, like checking it all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Like, worried about it.
You fuck with your nuts, it eventually aches just because you're fucking with your nuts.
It just gets sore. So, so anyway, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to go. It didn't feel like it got any bigger, maybe a tiny bit, but I hadn't played around with it for a long time. I just kind of like forgot about it because I did was like 15 years old and then just forgot about it like as a teenager. And then as I got older and you get start,
time to check again.
You have time to start checking, right? So I checked. And it might have actually been around the time where there was like some sort of awareness thing. And I was like, yeah, well, and I started checking. I'm like, did it get a little bigger? I'm not sure. I kept playing with it. I just started getting sore. Right. So I was like, fuck. So I go to the hospital. Right. We set up an ultrasound. I go to the hospital and it's exactly what you're saying. There was a young girl.
Yeah.
Right. She was like, she wasn't even a nurse or whatever. She's just working the machines.
Yeah.
And she was so nervous that when she did it, there was 2 sides to whatever, they put like the cream on.
You gotta do. It's 2 sides to it because they've got
2 sides. Yeah, so she was doing the thing, and then I know that sounds and looks horrible with my hand gestures, but she was doing the thing, and it wasn't working the way it was supposed to. And so she was looking at the machine. You could tell she was like nervous. Like I was younger. She was like my age, right? And then I got my nuts hanging. Like I'm sitting here, like I got my balls out.
Yeah.
I'm holding my cock. Like my cock's flipped up on my like my belly button area. I'm fucking holding it so she's not staring at my cock, but she's got my balls in her hand, and she's doing this, trying to get a look-see at what's going on the screen, and she's so nervous, right? And she ends up calling another girl, right? And I'm kind of weirded out by it too, because I want this to be over.
At this point, you're starting to think something's going on, right? Yeah.
So I want this over as much as she wants it over, right? And so she ends up calling another girl in, like a supervisor, someone above her, and she was so nervous that she forgot to turn it around the other side and use the other side of whatever this machine was to like get the proper like look at what's going on the screen.
Oh, okay.
So once she figured that out, she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and she had to keep using this cream on my balls, and the shit was like super cold.
Oh, it's freezing cold. Yeah.
So my nuts were like real fucking tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there, holding my cock in my hand. And it's just super fucking awkward. So I mean, I've been there and done that.
So that was she was so fucking, oh my, she was sweating. I could see it start to like fucking like get up in her hairline and everything. I was like, I wasn't really weirded out, but I was like, it's not like she was fucking straight razoring my tits or some shit. She just had like a disposable electric razor that she like has to like in patches. So I look like the 40-year-old virgin like man-o-lantern right now, where I've just got like patches of my chest fucking shaved, and she gets it all hooked up, whatever, got home, walked around with that for a day and slept with it, which was fucking weird. Thankfully, I'm not a stomach sleeper, or that would have been a fucking nightmare. But sent that back yesterday. Yeah, took it back yesterday, and now we'll wait and see what the results are on that, if I've got some weird shit going on, or I've just grown so fucking paranoid that I'm fucking myself up. So
that's usually what it is, honestly. Like, whenever there's, like, shit going on like that, you get in your head so much, and you just, like, as soon as you get, like, confirmation that everything is fine, shit just starts going away. You're like, whoa, exactly.
It's fuck? You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy what your brain can do. My best guess is that, because it started cropping up towards the end of last year, and early into this year, and just got worse and worse. My best guess, honest to God, is that I have become such an angry motherfucker on a day-to-day basis. And then COVID hit, and I got angrier, and I also got paranoid because I'm in the house with like my grandmother and shit, and I'm fucking like freaking the hell out, even though we have like no cases here. And Em's a nurse working at the hospitals and shit, and I'm just losing my shit.
Yeah, just anxiety, man.
I'm pretty sure I have some crazy ass anxiety that I don't even mentally fucking recognize anymore. It's like my day-to-day life, and it is fucking me right up, because my heart skipping beats, dropping out, heart palpitations and shit, fucking chest pains and whatever, but my blood pressure is literally perfect 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Never goes anywhere. My resting heart rate, pretty much bang on all the time. And every time I've gotten an EKG, like I went to the hospital, like I would have mentioned on the podcast, fucking, I don't know, a month and a half ago or so, at this point, 2 months. And they did an EKG there, fine. CAT scan on brain, fine. Like blood work done, fine. But they put me in for a Holter anyway to see it for 24 hours, because an EKG can miss shit if you're just on for like 30 seconds. Yeah. So 24 hours. So now we get 24 hours. So now we're gonna see what they got there. And of course, I've got the Holter on, and I'm shitting myself for 24 hours because I'm freaking out about the results. So my like heart rate for the entire day was like fucking 110.
Yeah. But they know that. Like they know that. They're used to that shit.
So you know what I mean? got that out of the way, handed that back in, had the little journal. You had to like write down everything you're doing through the day. It's like, I took a piss at like fucking exactly 4:32.
Shit.
Like, because they need to know, like, you take a powerful shit, your heart will do some stuff. So you gotta like fucking like write that down. So you're like doing all that shit. So got all that done, and that's been it. Otherwise, I've been taking some like time off, honestly, and I've even considered taking the next week off.
Do what you gotta do for your health, man.
Fucking social media gone, fucking everything gone, and just laying on this couch and finding some shitty Netflix thing to binge and becoming a potato for 7 days, and maybe doing some exercise or something, because it's just like I've got to calm down, obviously, because I'm on some seriously edgy, high-end shit. And it's really bad, too. Like, I'm starting to notice how angry I get quick. It's nuts. Like, I don't direct it at individuals, but I fucking scream into the void, bro. I'm so angry right now, especially with our premiere and shit. Like, you've seen me on Twitter, you've liked my posts, bro. I am so done with our premiere. It's fucking crazy. So I've got to find a way to reel that back in. I'm driving M to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and people can't drive to save their fucking life. I almost got in like 3 accidents in the last 3 days because people are literally getting worse at driving in this city. I don't know why, but they're getting fucking progressively worse. And I'm just instantly just fucking on the horn, fuck you, just middle fingers up, and M's like, love, you gotta calm down, you're getting so angry so quick. And I'm like, well, like yesterday, for example, not this is going too long, but we don't have that much
I
shit.
don't give a fuck, bro.
So
I'd rather talk about this than some of this garbage news.
So yesterday I'm driving M home from work, and we're on Quimpool, and you know where Quimpool and Connaught, that intersection is, right? So Quimpool and Connaught, that first intersection up Quimpool Hill. Okay, so that big set of lights. And we're back about 3, 4 cars, 5 cars from the set of lights. We're at red light. And I noticed a dude running across the road. And I was like, middle of the road, just running across the road to the houses on the left-hand side, going towards the rotary. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I noticed in his hand he's got a package, and I was like, okay. I was like trying to figure out what it was. I was like, is this some random Uber Eats guy running across the street with a fucking package? And it turns out he was like one of those like outsourced delivery guys, not for Uber Eats, but like for, I don't know, Amazon or FedEx or some shit. You know where he fucking parked his car? He 4-way flashered in the right-hand lane in that intersection. On the curb, he was the first car in the lineup. So he blocked the entire right lane at the fucking...
What was he doing?
Quimpool and Connaught intersection. He was dropping the package off. I watched him go to the house across the street, and he's at the door knocking on the door, and everyone sitting in traffic is looking at this guy like...
What the actual fuck are you doing?
Dude, it was like rush hour. It was fucking the cars everywhere, and he parks it there.
You know, hey, everybody can just hold out here while I go deliver my package. I'll be quick, guys, I promise.
Fuck, and so there's this big truck with like, what looked like, concrete forms on the back, stacked high, 8, 10 of them high, all the way out the back, overhanging the truck bed. He's in the lane that this idiot's parked in, and he's trying to get over into the left lane to get around this guy so he can drive through the set of lights, and there's obviously 3, 4, 5, 6 cars behind him. And so I stopped to let this guy in because I don't want to get run over by a dude who can't see me because the fucking, like, sheets are blocking his view. So I just, like, let him go. And it takes him a little while because he's carrying like 50,000 tons worth of shit behind him. He finally gets out there, and we're still driving through the lights. It's not gone yellow. And some soccer mom bitch behind me is laying on the horn trying to get me to go. And I was like, what do you want me? I actually said this out loud. I had my hand, I'm looking at her in the rear view mirror, and I'm like, where do you want me to go?
Yeah.
This person's literally blocked the entire lane, and there's a giant fucking 30-ton truck about to run my ass over. What do you want to do here? And she was just like, So I was just yelling my fucking head off. I was just and Em was like, "Now, dear, now, love, calm down." So I gotta.
Sometimes you need an M in your life to simmer you down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
Before you go batshit crazy and give yourself a heart attack.
And I'm just looking at this fucking like asshole still delivering his package. The traffic's just fucked for like freaking a kilometer up Quimpool Road, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So anyway, I gotta learn how to calm the fuck down. I'm probably gonna get some therapy. It's probably necessary at this point. You get some therapy.
Anger management therapy. You need to go talk to somebody so you can fucking cool off a little bit.
You need to
let
be able
it
to
all out.
fucking cool off because holy
get some perspective.
Shit. Fuck me.
Bro.
But for real, fuck that delivery guy.
Fuck him.
Who the fuck parks there? Anyone who knows Halifax knows what I'm talking about, and the thought of parking a van in that fucking lane at rush hour is hysterical. It's like literally 8 feet behind him is a residential street he could have just pulled off and fucking parked right there next to the gas station. And instead he parks.
Effort, Adam. It's too much effort.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Anyway, video game news. It's time for video game news, ladies and gentlemen. You know who else was probably yelling and screaming this week? Most of the upper end employees of Capcom. Capcom had a directed and specialized ransomware attack levied on them this past week. And it's absolutely massive. It exposed game details, including like release dates or planned release dates and whatnot, employee information, including very personal info. Like I think I read somewhere that it even had stuff like addresses, passport information, stuff of that nature. And so I have some info here just to break down what exactly was in this leak, and it was fucking bad. So, just to start, just to give you an idea of the gravity of this situation, some 350,000 items of personal information was jacked off of Capcom servers. Capcom decided not to pay the ransom, and so they just released it on their it was like, dark web website. They just released the whole fucking thing. They're like, "Oh, you don't want to pay? Well, here you go, motherfucker."
Dude, how much did they want?
I don't know if that information has been released as of yet, but I'm gonna go with the amount of information here. Probably several dollars would be my guess. Sales reports, financial information, and at the time of this one was written, but it's more than this. I'm pretty sure 9 items of personal information from current and former employees were exposed. At this point, they're confident no credit card information was leaked, at least. Whether that's been updated by now, I don't know. We know that, from this leak, we know that, for example, Sony paid $5 million for Resident Evil 7's exclusive PSVR mode, and that Stadia paid $10 million just to get the series put on Stadia. It's a lot of money just to have your shit put on the console or on Stadia, but there you go, 10 mil. Like I said before, it appears Capcom has not paid the ransom. More information here that I dug up in other articles. So Resident Evil Village is apparently planned for 2021. Monster Hunter Stories 2 for June of 2021 on Switch and PC. The PC part being particularly interesting there. Excuse me. And the fucking out in left field of the century, a Battle Royale type Resident Evil game in development.
Okay.
I'm gonna hope that got axed when this just don't do that. Don't.
No. I'll pass on that.
Don't do that, please. And then I've got another link here. I've got to pull this up because we've got more info here. So, according to the leak, which this is a leak that came afterwards and hasn't been 100% confirmed, but it was entirely in Japanese, and it does seem to be pretty accurate. And given the amount of the size of the leak, this doesn't seem wildly out of whack. So these were upcoming or unannounced games in the pipeline. That doesn't mean these are being worked on.
Yeah.
Or anything, but these could be internal things that they just have on a bulletin board somewhere where they're like, this is what we're like loosely hoping to hit, maybe, sorta.
Yeah.
So the list is as follows. Resident Evil Outrage, Q4 of 2021. That maybe Outrage is the Battle Royale thing, I don't fucking know. Dragon's Dogma 2 in Q2 of 2022. Street Fighter 6, Q3 of 2022. Rockman, which is a Mega Man in English. So Rockman Match, whatever the fuck that means, Q3 of 2022. Resident Evil 4 Remake in Q4 of 2022. That just seems fucking likely one way or the other. Yeah. Onimusha New Work, which I'm guessing just means a new Onimusha game of Q4 2022. I could see that happening. Monster Hunter 6, inevitable, but whether or not it hits Q2 of 2023, we won't know. Biohazard Apocalypse, Q3 2023. Couldn't tell you what that is, but Resident Evil. Super Street Fighter 6, Q4 of 2023. Also, that seems likely. It's fucking Street Fighter. Now we're getting into some of the ones. There's a couple here that I kind of tilt my head at. I'm not 100% sure on. Final Fight Remake, Q2 of 2024. And perhaps the only one that's in this list that makes me question this list's validity is this next one. Power Stone Remake for Q3 of 2024. That is some out and left field type shit to be calling for a Power Stone Remake. Are there people that are out there right now wanting that? Yes. Is it enough to warrant a remake? Probably not.
No.
So that makes me kind of, is it out of the realm of possibility given the number of remakes we're seeing right now?
No.
Fuck no.
I mean, listen, it could be real. It could be talked about, or some of this stuff could be real, and then a couple of small things in there thrown in as bait, to throw a little bit of a shitstorm at Capcom to get fans excited about something, and then it not happen. Whatever, who knows, right?
It's true. And that's, I mean, and again, with just the sheer volume of remakes we've been getting, why the fuck not at this point? They see, like, remakes seem to, like, pay for themselves. They have to. So many people are doing them. So I wouldn't be completely shocked. But still, Power Stone. It's not a game that a lot of people would list.
Yeah.
In their back catalog. But they're out there for sure. Ultra Street Fighter 6, Q4 2024. So, I mean, we're talking 4 years out now at this point. And Resident Evil Hank, Q4.
Like a code name, yeah.
Yeah, it's code name of some kind, but Q4 of 2024. Lots of Street Fighter, lots of Resident Evil in that list. So not shocking. Capcom is all in on Resident Evil as of late. So, a lot of this makes sense. To say the least. Some of the ones, the other one that I'm a little hit or miss on is Dragon's Dogma 2. I know that we're in a bit of a renaissance. The Souls-like games come and go in waves. They all appear at once, and then they kind of we have like a little lull for a while, and then they like kind of fucking come back. I could see a Dragon's Dogma in 2022 doing well, but it's kind of one of those cult classic games, Dragon's Dogma. So I'm not 100% on that. And then of course, Power Stone. At this point, fuck it. Maybe Capcom sees. You know what? Let's say this list is fake. Capcom sees it, and they just go ahead and make a fucking Power Stone remake anyway.
Who knows?
Fuck it. That's what I would do. Like I feel like at this point, even if it was a leak, and we've talked about this in the past, is that we've talked about the possibilities that maybe some of these leaks, in quotation marks, happen so that they can gauge public interest.
Yep.
And then make decisions based on that. Now, I'm not saying that
This is it. Yeah.
They staged a ransomware attack to fucking to do that shit, but all the same, similar concept, especially for something like Power Stone. But yeah, that's what we got for now. If there's more that comes out of it that people dredge up, we'll be sure to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, lots of Resident Evil coming. You're probably pretty stoked about that. You enjoyed 7. You're looking forward to more. You want more VR Resident Evil as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I'm certain you'll get more VR as well. And apparently Sony will be paying an entry fee of a minimum of $5 million to make that happen exclusively, if they choose to do so again. Next up, and this just popped today, and this is kind of exciting information as well for me. IO Interactive, who are the guys who make the Hitman franchise, they've been killing it with the Hitman games just recently, the last few years. Their kind of reimagining of how to do the Hitman games has been doing extraordinarily well. They are now apparently the license owners for 007 for video games. And they put out a teaser trailer called Project, I think it's what it was called here, I think Project 007. And they just put that up on YouTube today and made the announcement on Twitter as well. That's awesome. If there was one developer on Earth that you would want to do a 007 game right now, they're probably the only ones that I would want to have their hands on it. They're one of the few that know how to do stealth gameplay, stealth action, with Hitman. So that could be really, really awesome. And I hope they do a good job. Now, what was interesting for me, and maybe I'm reading too far into it, and I'm just hopeful, but the version of the Bond theme they used for the trailer is very GoldenEye.
Yeah, it was GoldenEye.
It's very GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna cross all of my fingers.
I highly doubt we're gonna get a GoldenEye type game. But
I mean, I'm just saying they just shut down that fan remake of GoldenEye not fucking like a month and a half, 2 months ago or whatever the hell it was. So Either way, I don't care. IO Interactive is making a GoldenEye or 007 game. I always want to call a 007 game GoldenEye, and I think that tells you everything you need to know about how good GoldenEye was.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Nightfire was good too. Nightfire was fire. You know, PS2 had its little moment there with Bond. But, yeah, excited to see what develops out of that, because IO's been doing a great job with the Hitman games. You probably haven't had a chance to play the new Hitman games at all, have you?
No.
I played a little bit of it in the last year, and really, really well done. I mean, as far as stealth action goes in that category, it was the closest thing that I experienced to how I felt when I first played Splinter Cell, in terms of you thought about how you wanted to solve a problem, and you could totally fucking do that thing. And it didn't matter in Hitman, it was like, no matter how crazy harebrained of a fucking idea I had, you could still totally fucking do that and make it work. And that was super awesome. And so, and then I lost my shit and went ham on it, because unfortunately, while it was a very good game, holy fuck, it has some problems. Hopefully none of those exist in whatever they do with 007. Next up, Google Stadia, as related to what we were just talking about earlier. Google Stadia promotion is giving, or has been giving away, I don't know if it's even still running at this point, but has been giving away in this last week, free premium Stadia to YouTube Premium members. If you're a YouTube Premium person, you were in these territories, you could send for it, and they would send you your premium Stadia for free. This was extended to Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. Of course, it started in the U.S. I believe it's done in the U.S. and it was sold out. I don't know about the other territories, if they're still running or if they've sold out as well. But that is their current gig, is just giving the shit away for free.
Yeah, well, because no one's buying it.
They need to hope that more people get their hands on it so that they can kind of pump those numbers up. They're going to make the Stadia numbers look better. So, if you're a YouTube Premium, there you go. Get your hands on it.
Or don't.
Probably don't.
Yeah.
Probably don't.
Probably don't.
This is good. And we get to make use of our new fancy trailers screen, Mr. Black. One moment here, guys. So, Jeff, do you remember back in the day the game 13? It was a cel-shaded it was based on a comic. Look it up, X111. You might be seeing the new one when it pops up, but it was a pretty good game. Well received back in the day. Kind of a cult classic of sorts. And they remade it, and it just came out here a few days ago. And we've discovered that, holy shit, it's bad. I mean, there's 6 minutes in this video alone that we're gonna watch a bit of that will show it off. But I honest to God, I don't think I've seen a worse remake of a game in all of my life. Like, this might actually be the worst I've ever seen.
Okay.
Please tell me this is how I had this set up. We're here. Okay, it is good. Nailed it. All right, so I already have the timestamp on for us, so you let me know when you're ready.
I'm good.
All right, now this comes from the YouTube channel Quite Shallow. This is their video. We're just going to watch a little clippy clip here of that little bit and see just the magic behind it. If you're listening to this on Spotify or iTunes or whatever, you can pop over to YouTube if you want to see the video behind the audio in the background here. But, oh my God. Buckle up. All right, you ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Now watch this incredible. Yeah. Oh.
Did he even throw the grenade?
High octane. Look at how intelligent the AI is in this game, bro.
What the fuck is happening? Crack. Wow.
Look at how bad this is, dude! Not only did they fuck the graphics up entirely, the original was like that cel-shaded cartoon look, they made this look like, I don't know, Fortnite or some shit. Look at how broken... This is out.
Oh, bro, I'm doing a full playthrough.
Yeah, I might have to, I thought the same thing, I was like, I might actually have to play through this.
I'm doing a full-blown playthrough.
I might have to wait for shitty games done slow, Brian and I play this.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a shitty game done slow.
Oh yeah. Look at this mess. Alert! Oh my god.
Wow, he didn't even hit the glass.
Oh my god.
Look. Dude isn't even shooting. Is this real life? Like
this is the game.
How did they even release this?
They they had
chair.
They had oh my god. They had the devs apparently had a release today, like they put out a release about it. To talk about how, you know, they understand people are disappointed. Like, no! Drops gun, still stands there. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. Look at the Billy Bat just floating in midair.
Holy shit, man, this is a mess. Wow. This is a mess.
Not bad! Hey, that's impressive! Climbing a ladder with no hands. What the fuck? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh. Yes. Alert! Bro, how does this even get released?
Dude, this game's a meme, bro.
I hope they don't fix anything and they don't take it down.
They're not going to. Listen, I think this was planned.
Bro.
Whoops. The two dudes in the background walking into the
Aim for the head!
Oh. Look at this. Oh my god. Wait, what?
Okay.
What? What?
Oh,
What?
this game's a meme, bro. This game is an absolute meme. I need to play this.
What?
I have to play.
What is going on?
Don't lose him!
Oh my, now the face is just torn off. Oh my god. Yeah, it was his Call of Duty. Oh, now we get the... Oh, we can hold multiple things in one hand and throw. Wow.
Oh, nice.
Hey, the knife gun.
Bro. The knife gun.
Oh my god.
Huh? Don't lose him!
Whoa! Whoa!
Damn.
Whoa! Some hot yoga. Wait, where did this body come?
Listen, can you hear me? Okay, he's breathing.
What? What the fuck?
Oh my god. Is this the boss? Must be the boss.
I mean, given how many bullets was just put into him.
Gun sound still going on in the background. You magnificent son of a bitch. Wow.
Anyway, so there you go.
Take it all. Dude, I have a feeling that they did that on purpose, that this game is a straight meme. Maybe they started making it, realized how trash it was, and they're like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and make this the most buggiest shit. Think about the press. People are going to love it so much. It's so bad that it's so good.
But, dude, I don't know. I've seen some broken games in my time. Yeah. I've played some broken games in my time.
Yeah.
That looks like it's up there with the best of them.
Yeah, and that's why I think it was planned, because there's just no way you release a game like that. Like, there's just no way. There's no way. You don't do it. So I think they released the game knowing
fucking yikes, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking yikes. There you go. 13. Again, if you didn't catch that, you were watching this on the or listening to this on the RSS feeds, you can look it up. You'll find all sorts of meme clips all over the place. Not hard to find, but you can watch the podcast as well on YouTube if you want to catch that. But oh my god, incredible! Speedrunner's Dream. Oh please, yes, I need speedruns of that tomorrow. Please make it happen, because you know that game you can break that game in the most incredible ways.
Oh yeah.
To do whatever you need to do. Anyway, next up. GlitchCon happened, Jeff.
It did.
I think. I mean, I think it happened. They did some stuff anyway. They spent a lot of money on stream pods that they sent out to a handful of partners, and did some content with them. Emmett came down from on high with sporting a fresh quarantine beard to give his usual yearly pep talk to the Twitch community. Talked, of course, about the DMCA stuff, which really what I mean by that is he read off a teleprompter for about 30 minutes and could not sound more disinterested if he tried. Was how that went. Then they did some other stuff. I guess they had the Twitch rivals. They also had like some cosplay events and whatnot. Managed to pull all this stuff off over the internet. It was done pretty well in that regard. But unfortunately, it didn't go entirely as planned, as during the Twitch rivals event, which they were playing Fall Guys, the summer hit Fall Guys before what was the other one that's come out? Among Us. Now Among Us has replaced it as the meme game on the website. But they played Fall Guys, and XQC stream snipes live. Stream snipes Dr. Lupo and Shroud's game, and tries to dick around at the finish line. Like to grief them in Fall Guys. And of course, since he did this entirely live and made it painfully obvious, he's now temporarily banned from Twitch yet again. This is the third time this year, for various reasons. That man just gets banned once a quarter. It's like he looks at the calendar and he's like, "Fuck me." Would you look at the time? It's the new quarter. I gotta get banned for some shit. What can we watch? Maybe some orangutans fucking each other. Maybe I can toss up an accidental Pornhub video. I don't know. We find out. Maybe I just scream obscenities into my microphone and some racial slurs or some shit. I don't fucking know. We'll come up with something. We gotta keep it fresh on XQC stream. And this one was just him griefing during Twitch Rivals. So he's got I guess a temporary or permanent ban from Twitch Rivals. I don't fucking know how it works. The problem is he's such a big streamer. There's only so much Twitch is gonna do to him. So it's like we gotta levy some actions, but not too much. And even XQC was on his own Twitter, like telling his community to stop defending him. He was like, I live streamed myself stream sniping. I didn't think he'd be that big, of a deal or whatever the fuck. But it happened, and that was like the highlight of the entire event. Other than, I should say, I believe they also Twitch donated $1 million, which is this is probably the real highlight people would want to talk about. The $1 million donated by Twitch to oh my goodness, I'm gonna have a massive brain fart here. What is the gentleman's name? Disabled gentleman, and my God, why am I not thinking of his name right now? Chat might have my back before I can think of it, but Twitch donated $1 million to his to his charity during that. That was really nice to see. And yeah, other than that, GlitchCon. That's the thing. Yay.
Cool.
I had to talk about it because there's very not much that happened this week. Related to that, Twitch partnered up with Monstercat, and this started hitting Twitter here yesterday, or the day before. Twitch partnering up with Monstercat to have Monstercat Gold subscribers skip the line to get affiliate status on Twitch. So if you were a Gold subscriber to Monstercat, you were apparently fast-tracked on your affiliate status on Twitch, which of course raised some flags from people in the community going, why would you be basically selling Twitch affiliate status? Not that affiliate status is a particularly high bar these days. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like,
but I mean, you get a sub button.
You get you monetize and stuff, and so it was, people were a little bit weirded out, to say the least. They were a little confused. A lot of people were like, most creators don't give a shit. It's just a weird thing. Like, you're just sitting there going, why Twitch? Why would you do this? It's not affecting anyone's life, but like, why
I mean, I
would
would care. I mean, I would care if I was an affiliate out there busting his or her ass to try and get affiliate the traditional way, but then you've got Joe Blow and Susie just paying for it.
That Monstercat Gold. So here's what makes it a little bit more confusing. So Monstercat themselves tweeted this originally, and this was on the 17th, so this is, 2 days ago. They said, Monstercat and Twitch are teaming up to bring fast-track affiliate status for Monstercat Gold subscribers. Gold provides thousands of songs to use in your live streams, and as an affiliate, Twitch unlocks monetization tools for your channel. So there, it was already kind of a vague tweet of sorts to begin with, because they're saying it fast tracks your affiliate status. What does that mean even? What does that come with? Fast tracking what? You only need 3 viewers and fucking X followers and whatnot. So what are you fast tracking? And then 15 hours ago, they tweet out this. To clarify our original post, our current Gold subscribers must meet Twitch's affiliate criteria. Our goal was never to take away from the achievements that affiliates worked for in their time streaming on Twitch. So then, of course, people, and they followed that up with, we will soon be announcing opportunities that benefit the entire affiliate and partner community. So, of course, people were then asking, well, then what exactly did you mean by fast-tracking affiliate status? If it doesn't come with any of that stuff, then what exactly is it coming with? Which is a fair question that I am still trying to figure out. If I go to the link that they provided that originally had it, which I will, just for your benefit, Jeff, I'll just paste that in the topics real quick so that you can look at it too while I'm looking at it. Yeah, you should be able to click on that now. So the page, it's monstercat.com/twitch-affiliate if you guys want to look at it yourself. There's never been, calling all creators, there's never been a better time to share content. Whether you're a gamer, an artist, or just looking to connect with audiences around the world, Monstercat Gold offers the perfect solution. Thousands of high-quality songs to use in your videos and live streaming content. Now Monstercat Gold has partnered with Twitch to offer content creators the ability to apply for affiliate status. And then they have a section here that says, what does affiliate status mean for me? Twitch affiliates can start earning income on Twitch while they build their audience and work towards the coveted status of Twitch partner. You'll be able to earn on Twitch with subscriptions. You can earn on Twitch by accepting subscriptions from viewers and start earning on Twitch with bits. Bits are digital content that viewers can buy to cheer in chat. Affiliates can enable bits to cheer on their channel, so viewers can offer support without leaving Twitch. How does it work? This is the important part here. Set up your Twitch account. Step 1, of course, okay. 2, sign up for Monstercat Gold. So first of all, they're already like framing this as if you don't even have a Twitch account. Like you're starting this shit fresh as a daisy. So step 1, set up your Twitch account. Step 2, sign up for Monstercat Gold. Step 3, apply for affiliate status. So we've got like a 3-step plan outlined for affiliate status. Once your Gold account has been active for 30 days, log in and navigate to the My Gold Features section. Click the purple button that reads Apply for Twitch Affiliate and follow the instructions to enter your Twitch channel name. Existing Monstercat Gold members will be able to immediately apply for affiliate status as long as your account has been active for at least 30 days. And then the final step here. So at this point, before we even got to this point, it literally sounds like what they originally said. Get Monstercat Gold. Yay, we have affiliate status, right? Like nothing up to this point is read any differently than that. Step 4, affiliate status with an exclamation mark. Once you have submitted your affiliate application, please allow for a few business days before receiving a response. Twitch reviews all submissions manually to ensure users are in good standing on the platform. Once accepted to the program, you will receive an invitation to your email inbox linked to your Twitch account. If you'd like to learn more about your eligibility for Twitch's affiliate program, below are some articles to help you get started. So they don't have listed anywhere on this landing page that they link to and continue to link to, saying that you still have to meet Twitch's benchmarks for becoming an affiliate. Other than at the very bottom, and in fairness, I didn't click on this page on the day that it was posted, so I can't tell you if you'd have to use like the Wayback Machine or something and see if they updated this page. Since they posted the follow-up tweet. But the only thing that have done here is they've listed the links outlining all Twitch's stuff. Twitch Affiliate Onboarding Guide, Twitch Affiliate FAQ, Twitch 101 Creator Camp, and Twitch's TOS. So, really, they've like outright just painted the picture that all you need to do is create a Twitch account, have Monstercat Gold for 30 days, apply for your Twitch affiliate status, and you're done. That's the entire picture that they've painted. And the only clarification that they've had on that was the tweet. So that landing page hasn't really changed anything. They updated the tweet with that to clarify to our original post. All current Gold subscribers must meet Twitch's affiliate criteria. Our goal was to never take away from the achievements that affiliates worked for in their time streaming on Twitch.
Well, what does that mean? Read that again. Say that again. I'm sorry. This is the first time I heard of this, so I'm trying to.
Yeah.
What did they say about taking away from what?
So I had the link there. I have the link to the tweet there on the page right above the one that you just. Yeah, you can read it directly yourself. But it's the follow up to the original. It says to clarify our original post, which is also above. You can read that. All current Gold subscribers, so Monstercat Gold subscribers, must meet Twitch's affiliate criteria. Our goal was never to take away from the achievements of affiliates that affiliates worked for in their time streaming on Twitch. So, in their first post and in the landing page, they both outline it as if all you need to do is get Monstercat Gold done and dusted. Then the only thing they have is a subtweet that they post 24 hours plus later, saying that you still have to meet the affiliate criteria, to which people then started asking, well, then what the fuck is this partnership doing? Because what is there left to do? If you already meet Twitch's affiliate criteria, then you don't need Monstercat Gold to get you there. You just apply for affiliate on Twitch. And if you get Monstercat Gold and you're telling us we still need to meet the affiliate criteria, then what are we doing? Why are we getting Monstercat Gold? So it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. No, I'm there too. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to hear these guys, I think, and everybody else explain what exactly they're promoting here.
You would think the landing page that they put would explain everything. I mean, they have a step-by-step guide that includes making a fresh Twitch account. So, I mean, so they've literally framed it that you can make a fresh Twitch account, get Monstercat Gold, and then after 30 days, have Twitch affiliate status.
Well, I mean, yeah, the part that confuses me is I don't know if originally this was the plan where it's like, hey, if you pay for Monstercat Gold, which I don't know how much is Monstercat Gold.
Probably too much.
Okay, I don't know how much it is.
I'm gonna guess like $10 a month or some shit. I'll look at you. That's $5. All right, $5. There you go.
That's not bad. So what I'm getting is you pay $5 a month, and Twitch and Monstercat worked out a deal where, in order for Twitch to bring more value to Monstercat and get subscriptions up, they are guaranteeing people to get affiliate status after 30 days of being a gold member or creating your account. And then when they came out with that, it sounds like people were like, what the fuck? Why are we now paying for Twitch affiliate?
That was the response.
Like, well, actually, that's not what it is. You just get fast tracked, but you still have to meet the criteria. Then what exactly are you promoting?
What are you fast tracking?
But what exactly is fast tracking?
Yeah.
Like if you meet the qualifications, you apply for affiliate partnership.
You get it.
Then you get it. Right? Like somebody will review your content, your channel, make sure you haven't like broken terms of service.
Yeah.
And then they give you partnership or affiliate partnership. I don't know how long that process is. I don't know if it's a 7-day process, a 14-day process. I don't think it's that long. But say it's 7 days, like a 5 business days. You know, are they saying that you know within 24 hours if you get accepted or not? Like, as in that's a fast track, as in like that's the bonus, the benefit that you get.
We stick your resume at the top of the pile.
Yeah,
like, is that?
But that's what I'm getting from this. After they said you still have to meet the criteria. So what is it? Like, what exactly is the fast track? It sounds like they're trying to sell people on a dream to getting Twitch partnership. And they're doing that by saying you can create your Twitch account, which means they're targeting not just streamers, they're targeting people that listen to Monstercat. I mean, you know, if there's a new streamer, chances are they're just going to make their account and go at it. They're not going, you know what, I've been really thinking about joining Twitch, but you know what, now that Monstercat is offering a fast track of affiliate partnership, I think now I'm going to go ahead and make my channel and go through this program so that in 30 days, you know, I can have partnership. That might make sense if they guaranteed it so that anybody and their dog can just go, you know what, I'll pay the $5 a month and then I'll have affiliate partnership at the end of 30 days. I'm guaranteed. That's the only way that it would make sense, where they're going to get a bunch of people to join specifically for that, even if they had no intentions of becoming a streamer, to just say they've got a partnership, an affiliate partnership, and that's the show. But they contradict themselves with that secondary tweet where they're saying, no, that's not the case. So I don't know what they're offering.
And neither does anyone else.
Okay.
I was so confused. And everyone else is too. It just doesn't make a lick of sense. So yeah, I mean, and that's the only thing that you could, you know, and I didn't even think of that. So the only thing, but I agree, the only thing I could think of at that point as well would be, you know, and I don't know how long the affiliate application process is once you've hit the metrics.
Yeah.
And you've applied. I don't know if it's, you know, if it's a multi-week process or whatever it is. If they're saying they fast track it insofar as that you get your application viewed faster and processed faster, then okay. Then
that's what I'm thinking.
But you should be saying that, because everything from an optics perspective, everything you have said and continue to say on that landing page as your promotional material points at get Twitch account, get Monstercat Gold, get affiliate without the hassle. That's what all of this reads. Otherwise, they wouldn't be saying, like, in their step-by-step process, sign up for Twitch, sign up for Monstercat Gold, then go here. You know, you'd think this would be mostly pointed at, if it was that case, you'd think it'd be mostly pointed at people who are already working towards affiliate that are hoping for it, that then see this and want to hop on board. Because like you said, if people are already thinking about streaming, this is not the thing that's going to suddenly put them over the edge and be like, oh, well, now I think I'll hop in and see what this is about.
It's just confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we'll wait and see what the developments behind that are. But either way, if it was, people in chat are saying it's instant. So yeah, Shady got affiliate, and then like a year ago or whatever. Now I think it was, and I'm pretty sure once you hit the metrics, you just like go for it. There's not that much lead time.
Yeah. So
I guess they.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even more confused. If you start noticing more ads on YouTube, this is why. YouTube has announced that as of November 18th, which is actually yesterday, as of November 18th, 2020, they will be monetizing channels that they deem fit, monetizing channels whether or not they're partnered, meaning that you'll get served ads whether it benefits the creator or not, and the creator doesn't get to choose whether or not the ads are being served. So let's say you're a smaller channel like mine. I left our MCN, and so I'm just out in no man's land. I don't qualify for Google ads because I only put out a video, like 2 videos a month, so I don't get enough traction. All my other metrics are there, but not the viewership, which is, again, similar to Twitch, not very high watermark. Like, you don't have to get that much to get your ads going on YouTube. But on my channel, you might start seeing ads, and it ain't me running the ads on the channel. I'm not benefiting. I'm not going to be benefiting from that. That's what you're. So just a heads up. So if you start noticing that shit, and you're not already running like an ad blocker or something, if you're not in that crowd as it stands, and you're starting to see even more ads, then that's why. And just know that it doesn't always necessarily mean that it's supporting the content creator on the other side of those ads, nor does it mean that the content creator chose to place those ads on the video. This is not a surprising move to me. I'm not really against it, to be honest.
No,
YouTube is a monstrous platform and extraordinarily expensive to run. And so it's not really the end of the world for, to me to have this happen. My only thing that I would want them to do would be to specify somewhere in like the bottom of an ad or something, whatever, just to clarify whether or not this is supporting the content creator or not. And then leave it at that and just be done with it. But the reason why they wouldn't do that is because if they say that, people are more likely to block ads because they know it's not going to the creator, and nobody wants to support YouTube, and so let's just avoid that. And if you also notice more ads for YouTube Premium in the next couple months, now you know why. The ads are going to go up, and they're going to say, hey, you know what your out is to ads? YouTube Premium. And we still give content creators a cut. That's what they'll say. So, keep an eye out for that. Next up from there, we've got... Oh, right. So, with the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts approaching in 2022, Nomura, the notorious man behind the stories, if you want to call them stories, of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, sat down and did an interview with Dengeki Online, in which he said, the story, when this is not his quote yet, the story reached an end at Kingdom Hearts 3, but there are still some unsolved mysteries and characters. And now this is his quote. I intend to tie up remaining loose story. This is the most Nomura quote in the fucking world, by the way. I intend to tie up remaining loose story ends, but also want to change the format a bit. I want to drastically change the world and tell a new story, but also tie up the loose ends. That is the most Nomura-ass fucking quote I think I've read in a hot minute. A quote shrouded in as much mystery as most of the fucking story beats of every game he's ever penned. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know if Nomura knows what that means. But we're gonna find out, I guess, in sometime in 2022. That dude is cracked. And how he still has a job blows my fucking mind. You played Kingdom Hearts not long ago, didn't you? Which
Yeah.
one was it? The original you played?
I played Kingdom Hearts remake, the remake, and then the remake -2 or whatever. It was on
Okay.
it was on PlayStation. You could like download the combo or whatever.
Yeah,
I played that.
how'd that go?
It was good. I didn't finish the -2 or the Kingdom Hearts 2.
Bro, the naming
remake.
conventions for Kingdom Hearts are fucking wild.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure. I got to like the last boss or some shit, and
Yeah.
I was just like, "Fuck that, man! I'm not grinding to kill this dude."
Well, yeah. Nomura is the end game boss in every game he makes because you have to break your brain trying to figure out what he's trying to talk about. Next up, and sort of related given one of the games in this list, Mr. Black. The 2020 Game Awards announced, or the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley's thing, they announced their 2020 Game of the Year nominees this week. And the nominees are Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2. I saw this list and I cringed hard. And then I remembered that it's 2020 and most of the games that were going to come out that would have likely made this list are not on them anymore because they all got delayed.
Yep.
Animal Crossing, I'm 100% on board with it being on the list insofar as that it literally carried the soul of humanity for the first 3 months of this pandemic globally. If it wasn't for the pandemic, I'm convinced that game would have sold 1/10 of the fucking copies that it did. But holy shit, it was all anyone talked about. Everyone had an island. Every politician, every fucking TV movie star, everyone had their own shit sharing it. It was used for advertising. It was used for everything. Literally the entire world sat down and played some fucking Animal Crossing. And so for that, even though it's not the best Animal Crossing game, for that, at the very least, as a game, what more can you ask for in a video game? So I'm good with it being on the list. Next up, Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is a good game, but it just shows how short this list that they had to pull from could be. Because even though I haven't played Doom Eternal, from everything I've heard about it from others that have played it and played the one that came before it, like Doom 2016, that was really good. Pretty much everyone was a bigger fan of the one that came before, and the whole like Doom platforming thing. Remember we saw that at the E3 demos and we were like, why is there platforming in Doom?
Yeah.
People were like, it's still a good game, but Game of the Year candidate?
Nah.
Maybe not. Final Fantasy VII Remake, the fuck is this doing on the list? Yeet that into the fucking sun. That's a no. That's a hard no. There could have been no other games that came out in 2020. Final Fantasy VII Remake is not making the Game of the Year list. Farmville takes that title over top of Final Fantasy VII Remake. But you knew it was going to be there because if it wasn't, Jeff Keighley's head would be on a spike somewhere in an open field, plastered all over Instagram because it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ghost of Tsushima, I'm on board with that being on that list. Probably one of the best games for sure of the year. No, I got no questions about that. Hades is the game of the year, and if it doesn't win game of the year, I'm going to be very upset. And we'll need more therapy because of it. And The Last of Us Part 2, well, you all knew that was going to be on the list, and we all also know that the odds are it's probably going to be the one that takes game of the year. In most publications, if I had to take a guess. My hope and prayer is that Hades takes it because I actually believe Hades is the best game of the year by no small margin. My brain tells me that there's a real good chance it's The Last of Us Part 2 that takes it. Animal Crossing ain't taking it. Doom Eternal isn't going to take it. Probably not even Ghost of Tsushima. This is going to come down to Hades, The Last of Us Part 2, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. Which means it's David versus Goliaths with an S. And all my hopes behind Hades getting that shit. But we'll have to wait and see. So there you go. I know you haven't played any of these games, Jeff, but if you had to guess which one takes home Game of the Year. Oh yeah, you did play Last of Us Part 2, that's true. Which one do you think is taking it?
I don't know. Wasn't particularly a great year of games.
No.
So I think Hades might take it.
Yeah. That's my prayer. Hades, find me a person that said a single bad fucking thing about Hades, whether it's a critic or a player. You can't find them. That never happens. Like on Steam right now, yeah, I was just about to look at that. 98% thumbs up at 55,000 reviews on Steam. Game of the year. If it gets robbed by The Last of Us or fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm gonna have to call out Jeff Keighley on that shit. I'm gonna just have to be honest with you. That would be horrendous and a complete disservice to Supergiant. So, hopefully it goes that route. And lastly, a possible development in the Apple versus Epic debacle, Mr. Black. Not 100% sure if it's connected, but let's be honest, it's probably connected. Apple is reducing its App Store cut from 30% to 15% for most developers coming up in January. We don't know what most developers means right now. They're going to have to get a bit more specific about that, but that obviously means some will still be beholden to the 30% cut.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to say that of the people still beholden to that 30% cut, Epic is on the short list.
Yeah.
100%. If they even make it back onto the store, it'll be 30%. Unless, just to fuck with them, they give them the 15% just to get them out of court and to end the whole thing. But either way, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for, what's his name? Tim Sweeney, Epic Games. I'm waiting for him to come out and take credit for this shit.
Oh, you know what's coming.
You like, this is gonna be
we may not have gotten 30% or 15%, but what we did for the gaming, for all the developers out there, we are happy we took this battle and it was a victory for the greater good. And we can afford it. It's not a big deal for Epic, but for everybody else, this victory was for you.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I lied to you guys. Apparently, there has been a description of what that means. So developers who make less than 1 million on the app are at 15%.
Oh, okay. All right.
So big news for like indie developers, that pocket of app developer, games or otherwise, 15% cut. The moment you go north of 1 million, now you're at 30%. It's like we're getting into marginal fucking tax rates, Jeff, in the app store market, which I believe is also similar to what Epic, was it Epic? No, Unreal does with their engine. I think for like the first, I think they increased it though or some shit. Anyway, similar. Other people do similar things. I'm happy to see it. 15% for the first mill seems sensible enough. 30%, Epic still gonna.
They're calling it the Joe Biden tax.
For the and then everyone gets real angry.
$400,000 a year. Get fucked.
That guy working at Kinko's, so salty about Biden's tax reform. I'm making 30 grand a year now, but you wait. In the next 4 years, I'm making 430 grand. And I can't have that tax bracket in place for when I get that 430K. It just can't happen, Jeff.
Can't happen, Joe.
I'm moving up in the Kinko's chain. I'm buying a franchise. That's all we got, Mr. Black. It's time to move on to some sellout. What do you got for me this week?
Well, we officially got a Patreon, so you guys can head on over there and throw your wallet at the screen, patreon.com/legtv. And it's that time of year. It's the holiday season, which means you got to go out there and buy some gifts, and preferably not in person. And the best way to do that is online and picking up some Elgato products. If you need a Stream Deck, go ahead and pick one up. You can get one on the website, Amazon. Probably Amazon's your best bet. A lot of stuff has been selling out, so make sure you get your orders in early. If you want a Stream Deck capture card for your new consoles, green screen, lighting, you name it, they got it. They've got their Wave products, which is their USB microphone plug and go. Don't need no $400 Go XLR hot garbage. Just go out and grab yourself a Wave product. Go out and grab yourself a Wave and a Stream Deck and make your dreams become a reality when you go to stream. Or if you just need a microphone to putz around on your online gaming or your Zoom calls, whatever the case you're doing here in Rona 2020. They've got all the products you need. So definitely go check them out. They're a sponsor of the podcast, and link is in the description below. Also, we got NordVPN. It is also the season of Rona 2020, which means stay safe and stay anonymous. Listen, if only Capcom had NordVPN hooked up on their database, maybe, just maybe, they wouldn't have gotten infiltrated on all of their emails.
I think it was an internal attack, but that's okay. We'll say, for the sake of it, we'll say yes.
Well, listen, if they had NordVPN, then, they can watch region block content.
It's true.
So they could do that.
Yeah.
And, maybe they had NordVPN there, and the workers were too busy watching different regions of Netflix because they could do that, and they weren't paying attention to their job. And they were just reaping all the benefits from NordVPN. They're just watching endless content for less than a cup of coffee a month. Plus, they got 68% off when they use the promo code OTT, and they got a bonus month. And if you get your subscription now, they also give a surprise gift, a holiday gift. I don't know what it is. Nobody said in the description below yet what it is. So get out there, get yourself a 2-year term on NordVPN, and let me know what they give you. I need to know these things.
Yeah, we still don't know.
I still don't know.
It's a mystery. Like a gift from Santa. You just don't know until it happens.
Yeah. So you can use up to, 6 simultaneous devices. You can watch region block content. You can keep yourself safe and anonymous, hide your IP, all that fun stuff. It's available on desktop, your phone, your smart TV, your everything. It's there. NordVPN's got it all. You can even game on them. You can stream on them. You can game and stream on them. Listen, NordVPN. Guys, it's that time. Not only is it the holiday season, so treat yourself, or maybe a family member hook them up with a NordVPN. My dad got hooked up with NordVPN. Now he watches different regions of Netflix and things like that.
Now listen, I have a usage case for you right here, Mr. Black, and I did it myself just this last couple of weeks.
All right,
I wanted to hop back in to play Apex in the new season to see how the game came along. Pro tip, it's still hot garbage, don't play Apex. However, I had to re-download the game. And so I went on Origin, and we all know that Origin isn't the greatest fucking platform in the world. And I go to download it, and it's got a bug that's been in the program since like fucking the dawn of the app itself, where it will start downloading, and then it will go right down to 0, and it won't download shit anymore. Then you have to pause, resume, you'll get like 15 seconds of download, boom, right back down to 0. Their forums, useless. Their support, useless. It's the same problem forever. They said they fixed it 1,000 times. Guess what? They didn't. You know what the problem was?
What?
I still don't know. However, what I do know is that NordVPN, I had a thought. I was like, you know what? I have a sneaking suspicion. Threw on NordVPN, popped on a server in the US. Boom! Full download speed, no problem. Well, not full, because I've got a gig down line. However, it was like, I'd say I was hitting 150, 200 megabit, pretty close. Download the game, no problem. Bam!
There you go.
Solve the problem.
www.nordvpn.com/OTT. Go pick it up. Rally the troops. It's that perfect time of the year, guys. Let's get them up so we can re-sign with these guys next year.
That's right.
Not only are you going to get a good product, but you're going to support the podcast at the same time. So head on over there and check them out.
And
hit
now,
that
Mr.
like
Black, it's time for
movies and TV.
So as we talked about the other week, Johnny Depp got backhanded by pretty much everyone in the judicial system all at the same time by losing his case to Amber Heard after she literally spent an hour giving a manifesto and then saying that nobody would believe him anyway, and then that also got out, and lo and behold, even though all of that was available, he still lost. So now, there's a petition after he's now stepped down from Fantastic Beasts, which we also discussed. Don't watch that. For God's sake, don't do it. There's a petition now to have, on change.org, to have Amber Heard removed from Aquaman 2. And it's garnered a bit of traction, Mr. Black. As it turns out, there's a lot of people not particularly thrilled with Amber Heard. And that's not surprising because, as we found out, bitch crazy. 1.5 million people, roughly, right now, up to this point, have signed that petition on change.org to have her removed from Aquaman 2. Now, as a movie studio, you have to look at that 1.5 million people, and you have to think about a couple things. One, not just anyone goes through the pain and suffering of going to a change.org link and going ahead and putting their name on a fucking petition. Not everyone does that shit. No matter how angry they are on social media, not everyone does that shit. So, if 1.5 million people have done it, bro, how many does that 1.5 million people actually represent among the population that know at least the people that know about what's been going on with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? Which I'm going to assume, honestly, is probably a lot of people. It's probably been on, at this point, most news stations have covered it at least once. Anyone that's, the usual, they do nothing but watch E-Talk here in Canada until they're like fucking old and gray. A lot of people. So 1.5 million is probably not, it's fair to say that it could represent 10.5 million people. If you use the golden rule that we did for years, as far as like what it takes to get somebody to engage on a platform, even on YouTube, the simple act of liking the video, like clicking a button is all you have to do. You're already on the page. You don't have to click through anywhere. It's actually 3 millimeters underneath the bottom of the video. All you have to do is press that like button, and you still only get roughly 1 in 10. Even if you prompt them to do it, 1 in 10. That's a relatively decent rule that has been accurate for us for over a decade. Almost. Well, yeah, over a decade now, not by much, but over a decade. In this space. So I would hazard a guess that the 1.5 million change.org petition writers could actually represent 5, 6, 7 times or more the actual people who would want Amber Heard removed from the movie. Do you think this will actually catch traction and get her removed from Aquaman 2?
No.
No?
Zero chance.
Zero chance.
Zero.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm any less disappointed, but I don't disagree.
The only, and I don't think it's a big enough of a stink. It isn't like, there's a bunch of change.org stuff. I mean,
It's not that change.org changes things, but it is a good indicator to get a rough idea of how many people are actually.
I think that there's 10 million people in the know about this. I give a fuck. I mean, there ain't even going to be 10 million people that are going to go see the goddamn movie. let alone, let alone.
Come on, man. Aquaman was pretty good. Don't do him dirty.
Good, but I mean, there ain't 10 million people going to be like, I ain't going to see this movie because fucking Amber Heard is in this. Or Amber Heard. I
Did you call her Amber Hearst?
I did.
How fucking apt is that?
I know. The way I look at it is this. I'm not a big fan of cancel culture.
Neither am I.
And this is what they're trying to do right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to cancel her.
Yeah.
And when I say they're trying to cancel her, it is I don't want to say a small group of people because it is a large amount of people, but in the grand scale, it's pretty small. And to be fair, just imagine if the studio heads fired her or removed her from this film, can you imagine the blowback that the studio would get would be infinitely more than the other side? Because the reality of it is she won in court. It was proven that she was innocent of what was said. And so what are you going to do? Are you going to take the side of the person that was the abuser, even though we both know there is abuse on both sides, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever. There was abuse, all right? Johnny Depp ain't no saint either.
No, of course not.
Like, could you just imagine that the victim, right, and in the eyes of the public court, right, the court system, she gets acquitted of what she's been accused of, and she wins, and then the studio goes, "Oh, hey, you're fired." Can you imagine? She would sue them so fucking hard, and she would win. If she can win this,
that'd be an easy win.
Oh, it'd be just, they may as well just, this is the only way she gets removed. The only way is if they go, "Hey, behind the scenes, hey, listen, we know that you're innocent. We're not saying that you're guilty at all. There's a lot of heat simply from the situation. What we're willing to do is we're willing to pay you on your contract and give you X amount of dollars to just walk away from it. Publicly come out and say, listen, I'm in emotional distress. We need to start filming here in 6 months. I mentally can't do it. The studio, is on a schedule. I'm going to just back out for my own mental stability, and play it off and do the PR shit, and then take a massive paycheck in behind the scenes. And hey, we owe you. If it ever became such a huge shitstorm, it's not even there. And there is no way. Can you imagine every female that would go fucking ape shit crazy if she got fired after winning this?
It would be a whole bunch of females who are fans of Johnny Depp versus a whole bunch of females fans of Amber Heard clashing on the internet in a battle of the Karens.
I don't even think it'd be fans, bro. Just the Me Too movement in general. Just female power. No. How dare you? After a victim was abused physically and emotionally and went through all this drama and dealt with all this in the public eye, and she suffered, to then take the victim and then fire her from her job? Oh, bro, that'd be beyond fanboyum. And this would be a fucking shit show that the studio ain't touching with 150,000 foot pole. Now, with that being said, maybe they kill off the character. Maybe she's in it for one more film. Maybe she's contracted in to do 2, and she does these, and then the studios kind of take a step back for a little while, like I'm sure they're going to do with Johnny Depp, let things blow over, and then slowly reintroduce these actors into the world again. But at the end of the day, there ain't a fucking chance in hell. This signature, this .org change, that could have 10 million, 30 million signatures, and there ain't a fucking chance she's getting fired from anything. At the most, it's, hey, how would you like $8 million to say you're not feeling this? There's a lot of public pressure. You don't want to deal with it. And she walks away on her own accord under extreme NDA. You say anything, you're getting sued. And that's the show. That's the only way. And it ain't going to happen. So, no.
All I can say is that what I would have liked to have seen here is that I'm totally for the idea that it's unlikely that Johnny himself didn't also get abusive at points in the relationship. It's unlikely. It would have been nice to have the court case at least acknowledge the blatant and outright evidence. Like, you can't. How much more? You You can't get better than the person admitting it. How much more clear cut do you get? And it wasn't even like it wasn't even like she was coerced by a good cop, bad cop routine to fucking admit it. She was just on tape with like a fucking therapist, like just laying it all out to bear. And it still didn't pass for the judge to go, all right, you know what? You're both fucked. And just...
Yeah, it might not have been admissible in court. Like, they might not have been able to use that. Like, you know, who knows? I didn't look into it deep enough to see. But the whole thing is fucked up. But she ain't going nowhere. Johnny Depp is going to suffer in terms of Hollywood for a while.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure he'll come back, you know, and reprise a role. And
Edward Scissorhands too.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, he'll be away for a few years, lick his wounds, and come back. But there is zero chance that Amber Heard is getting removed from anything. She might find it a little bit more challenging for the next like year or two to lock in new roles, but she's already in a big franchise, so you know she's gonna be busy for the next couple years anyway. So I mean.
Oh yeah, and just to clarify, this whole suit was against, I think it was like the Sun or whatever, it was the newspaper that labeled him as a wife beater. He was suing for libel, and that was the case. It wasn't him suing her directly in this instance for abuse or her saying that it was about the newspaper. Next up, Zack Snyder put out another trailer for his upcoming cut. More use of Hallelujah and more use of black and white. Otherwise, it was basically the same trailer.
Yeah. Yay.
We also saw some screen caps of the big baddie, I believe he was or is, show up online, and the memes were strong. Because I'm gonna be honest, he did look like a character they'd put in a graphics card, fucking like stress test, like this for real. That's exactly what you was. Like zero fucking artistic anything to that. It's just like as many vertices as they could cram onto a fucking set of armor, and then like change his face entirely. They even had him like compared to like the fucking dude from Halo Infinite and shit. It was hysterical. I was fucking laughing my ass off. I thought it was hilarious. I'm very interested. I never saw the original. I'm gonna watch the Snyder cut whenever we get it. And then I'll maybe go back and retroactively watch it. I don't know. I haven't decided which order I want to watch this in. But I mean, they spent a lot of money to make this fucking happen. So I hope that whatever comes out of this, it is God tier. Yeah. Because the setting this kind of precedent is fucking weird. And so I seriously hope that all that money and time results in a really fucking great product. Because holy shit, Zack Snyder will never live it down if this isn't like the greatest fucking version of this movie that could possibly exist. But yeah, otherwise, right now he's still just trolling people. Every time he posts a trailer, hallelujah. You go up fucking black and white, making it edgy, making it the fucking usual, you know, calling out people for calling him out kind of shit. Really, this just looks like Zack Snyder being a stuck-up asshole, getting paid millions and millions of dollars to do a second release of this fucking film. So the only one that really wins is Zack Snyder. Everyone else loses. As far as I'm concerned.
I mean, a lot of people that wanted Zack Snyder's original cut, they
hopefully what he's doing is what they want.
It's like there's like hours of footage. It's supposed to be like a multi-part thing. So
yeah, how long is this going to be?
Hours long. I don't even.
Is this like Lord of the Rings extended cut type shit where you're going to have to take a bathroom break?
There's hours. It's not even just releasing at once. I do believe there's like chunks. Like there's going to be, you'll get a chunk and then another chunk.
So he's turning it into a Netflix extended series, but in movie format with movie money.
Pretty much.
Dear God. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I've got here, unless you had something to add about the Snyder cut. No? The last one I've got here, and you probably have more, but this is the last one I spotted that I gave a shit about. Constantine 2 might be happening, Jeff.
I'll be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Constantine.
I liked Constantine. It wasn't I mean, like most of Keanu Reeves' movies that aren't like the seminal fucking pantheon, you know, The Matrix, the fucking Speeds, the, you know, whatever. It was an enjoyable movie. Was it a good movie? Debatable. Was it enjoyable? Fuck yeah. It was Keanu Reeves kicking ass with weird ass weapons and shit. Got the fucking end game thing where he's got the fucking cross gun and shit. It was just weird and wild. It was like some sort of weird movie, like a video game script gone awry. I got some enjoyment out of it. I could go for a second Constantine just for the entertainment factor. For sure.
I'm gonna rewatch it because it's been like 15 years since I've seen it.
I watched it this year. It was several months ago, but I watched it this year. And yeah, bro, it's an entertaining movie.
All right.
Right? It's an entertaining. It's one of those things that became like a cult classic kind of thing. It bombed in the fucking box office, made like 250 mil or some shit, and then got more popular as time went on. Kind of like the tail end came up. And so yeah, and Keanu Reeves is having his Keanu Reeves renaissance. And so it would stand to reason that a Constantine 2 isn't completely outside of the realm of possibility, and I would watch it. I think he actually personally has that gun at home.
Probably does.
What a
Probably
fucking
does.
crazy ass concept that was. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was kind of, the lore in Constantine and how they presented it wasn't dissimilar to John Wick. In that I was, like, really interested in like, the stuff that was going... You didn't get everything, so you had lots of questions, but you knew enough that it was, like, kind of interesting in that regard. And so, yeah, I mean, fuck. Give me some more Constantine. But yeah, that's all I got. So if you got more...
Well, yeah, I mean, there was the big announcement with HBO Max. Wonder Woman is being released in theaters and on HBO Max at the same time on Christmas Day.
I did not see that. When did that pop? I didn't see that pop at all on my feeds.
I think it got announced yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that pop. That's pretty big news. That's
big news.
It's big news.
Very big news. So it'll be on. You'll be able to watch it at home Christmas Day, or you'll be able to go to the theater if it's open wherever you're at and go and watch it in theater if you want. But yeah, HBO Max is doing some big things. HBO is spending lots of money. They're I mean they got that Fresh Prince thing that just came out I think yesterday. So they got like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion where both Vivians are there.
Wow, the double Viv.
They're in the house. They're talking about, how everything worked and catching up and all that stuff. So I got to check that out. That's on HBO Max. And I just canceled my HBO. So like, I'm going to have to.
See, the problem was when you spun that new deal with the ISP, you forgot to ask for the all access, like fucking movie passes and shit. I've got that shit locked up until next year.
Yep, I fucked up. But yeah, so there it is.
Yeah, no, I did see that. I forgot to write that in, but I did catch the trailer of sorts for the reunion. I watched that. It was great seeing everyone kind of come back. It'll be a very interesting watch for sure. It'll be great fun. Mom and Dad have been watching the original series upstairs now and then. It's like one of the things they pop on and watch every once in a while. They like the show quite a bit as well. I'm guessing you didn't get to watch Haunting of yet.
Yeah, we started it.
Oh, okay, started it. Okay.
Yeah, we watched the first. We only watched the first episode.
Okay.
So tonight we'll end up watching another episode or two. But
yeah, how did you feel after episode 1? Did you get through the same actor weirdness by the end of the episode, or do you still kind of have it?
Yeah, no, I was totally fine with it. I actually forgot about it. Like the first couple of scenes, I was like, oh, and then even Kayla was like, what? And then you just kind of.
It only took a couple of scenes, and it just kind of like fucking in and out, and it was more like, oh, they played whatever, and then it was just gone, and you just fucking forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we started that and finished the way, and that was pretty much it. I mean, at times it's just I haven't had much time to do a whole lot, but we're just sneaking in an episode or two every other night, and yeah.
Beauty. Well, then we'll wait and talk about it when you're all said and done.
Yep.
I guess that's it, which means it's time to move on to
tech support.
Patreon.com/LagTV, ladies and gentlemen. $10 or more every single month gets you into the exclusive club with lots and lots of goodies. All right, that's a lie. It's not that many, but there's some. And included in that list is the ability to ask us questions for our segment every week called Tech Support. Patreon.com/LagTV. Let's see what we've got this week. I don't think you have an answer to this, but you know what? Just for the sake of fucking finding out if you do or not, I'm gonna ask the question.
All right.
You might not know the names to them, but you might be able to describe them for your preference. Mark Furry asks, lettuce ranking. What do you use on your burger? What do you prefer in a salad? Etc., etc. So types of lettuce.
I think it's just like romaine lettuce.
And that's
what I am
on everything?
on. Yeah, I don't know what Kayla specifically buys. Actually, when I think about it, we normally don't actually have those old school patch of lettuce. She usually buys something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, romaine was like, it was for an eon was what most people would have used. And if you had less money, you bought iceberg lettuce, which is what looked like a cabbage.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were cheaper and they tasted like water, like literally nothing on that. And that's often what you'll find on some people doing burgers. They'll use iceberg lettuce on burgers. Honestly, for me, I don't give a fuck what you put on the burger for lettuce. I'm just gonna eat the burger one way or the other. Like, you don't taste the lettuce.
No.
There's no, like, everything in that burger. If you're tasting the lettuce on your burger, you fucked up somewhere. There are several ingredients happening in that burger that should dramatically overpower the taste of some lettuce.
I don't think I've ever bit into a burger and said anything about the lettuce. Where I'm like, man, that lettuce is really awesome. Or that lettuce, that ain't, everything else is good, but that lettuce is just, I'm not feeling that lettuce.
Chef's kiss. The lettuce is fucking incredible. I mean, you get like arugula or some shit, like some fancy shit. It's peppery. You can get a hint, but if you're tasting the lettuce over top of it, you're fucking, you've messed up along the line somewhere heinously. So I don't know, fucking whatever on my burger, but a salad, I don't even fuck with lettuce in my salad. Look, if I'm eating a salad, lettuce has about as much nutritional value as me licking the moisture off the side of a cucumber. That's pretty much what lettuce is. Like, there is some nutritional value, in the darker the green color, the better. So if you're eating, romaine, you just have the top part of the fucking leaf is better than the part everyone else loves, which is the crunchy part at the fucking bottom that has like nothing but water. Spinach, baby spinach is like 99% of what I eat. Wraps, baby spinach. Salad, baby spinach. Sandwich, baby spinach. Fucking burger, I don't give a fuck. It's baby spinach. Put the spinach on there, because at least I'm getting like nutritional value out of it. And that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I don't fucking care what you put on my burger for lettuce, because I ain't tasting it anyway. And honestly, here's another take on that for the burger part. If you put romaine lettuce, and it's like proper, healthy romaine lettuce on a burger, and it's like the top leafy dark green part, romaine, if it's actually like healthy and not like some anemic shit, is no joke to bite through and tear off when it's warm. When it warms up, it's like the fibers fucking toughen up, and you've got to like pull that lettuce, and it just comes out either out of the burger entirely, or you're fighting with the fucking lettuce to get the piece out of the burger. And so, don't fuck with that shit. Just get it out of there. Chocolate Ding Dong. It's a name I don't recognize, but shoutouts to the name. Chocolate Ding Dong. Said, hi, Lag TV, loving the podcast. Since Christmas is up and coming, what are some things you would love to receive but would never ask for? And what kind of presents would you least enjoy? Thanks. So, I'm at the point now where there's not a hell of a lot that I really want. I don't really have anything that I need. At this point in my life, if I need something, I've already bought it. And so I just ask for small stuff and surprise me. I don't want knickknacks to put around my fucking house. But you know, you want to buy me a t-shirt? I'll fucks with a new t-shirt. I'm wearing t-shirts fucking 10 years old. Buy me a new t-shirt. I'll wear it. Put it in there. You want to buy me some socks? Great. I go through socks 1,000 miles an hour because my feet are too big for every fucking pair of socks you buy. So they just tear in like 3 weeks. You buy me some socks. Because underwear? Great. I'm there for it. I don't really care what you buy me. Just don't, you know, try. I at this point, what I don't like is when people try to anticipate some like electronic thing or whatever and buy me something in that neighborhood, because odds are it's not what I want. It's not what I would buy for myself. It's expensive, but I also feel bad about telling you that I didn't want the thing. And I don't want to like feel bad about, you know, returning it or not using it or some shit, because then I just feel bad about it. So just small stuff, surprise me, but don't make it a knick-knack or some shit, and don't try and like 500 IQ play, you know, buy me some sort of electronic, because you take one step into my room and you should probably figure out that you're never going to get me something that's electronic that's likely going to be something I don't already fucking own or want. And so that's usually the show. I mean, get fucking gas gift card. Give me that. Gas is expensive. I'll take a gift card for gas, and I get that often. I've got a couple on my desk right now, so I'll take that. And then that's it for me. What about you?
I'm sort of in the same boat. Like, Kayla already gave me my Christmas present, which is really annoying because she buys something like every year. I make sure like whatever Kayla gets me is it's got to be on the pretty cheap side, because we're not wasting money. I don't like, I can honestly say I haven't given a fuck about me getting anything for Christmas in like a decade, you know?
At least.
I just don't. I'd rather be the person doing the giving and just being present than receiving things. Because ultimately I know I don't really need anything either. And I'm more of like seeing family and stuff. But she got me something that we could both use. So
a double-ended dildo.
Close. It's one of those. It's one of those massage guns. You know, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, you got different.
Is it like the thumper one you buy at like a chiropractor office almost?
That's it. Yeah. So it's got like different ends to it for different parts. Like you got something for your neck, your back, your hamstring.
Those are pretty dope.
Yeah, and it works really well. So yeah, we got it in the mail, and then she was like, I can't hold it any longer. I got to give it to you. I'm like, why you got to give it to you? All right. So she gave it to me, and then it's good. We used it the first night, and it works well, feels good. And it's, you know, we're always the type of people that are like, hey, can you give me a back rub? It's like, oh, I don't want to give you a back rub. But
so they just have to stand there and be like,
yeah, now we just got, you know, now we got a gun. It's not really the same as a massage. It's more meant for, you know, pain relief, or if you have a workout and you need to, like, you know,
you're breaking up tension, but you're not doing it as nicely as a massage necessarily
exactly would. It's not like a relaxing type ordeal. It's more of like going to get a massage where they're doing damage. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a nice calm music in the background, and you know, fucking, it's not that. So anyway, she got that. And as for what I would want for Christmas, there's nothing that I really want. Yeah, I mean, there's one thing that I kind of do want, but I would not ask my wife for it. So, you know, but as once it's going to be something that I'll buy myself. So, yeah, that's nothing. I just want to see family, and if we're able, you know, it's a weird time with coronavirus and stuff. So,
bro, I'm a personally smack Stephen McNeil in the mouth.
Yeah.
If our Christmas is ruined because that jackass didn't ban non-essential travel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be straight.
That's pretty much where I'm at. So no, I don't need anything.
Volkus asks, favorite dining experience. Favorite dining experience. What's your preferred dining experience? I don't like bars, I'll tell you that much. I like a mixture of, you know, I don't mind there being a lot of people, but I don't want there to be like, I don't want there to be so much chatter that I have to scream at the person across from me for them to be able to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you also don't want it to be so quiet that when you're
Quiet,
both not talking, it feels like an awkward silence, which is fine if you're with like your wife, your significant other, whatever. That's because silence doesn't mean anything at that point. But if you're like going on a date, or if you're out with like friends maybe you haven't seen in a while, and conversation's not flowing perfectly because you're still trying to figure the shit out, and you're just having a meal somewhere and it's too quiet, then yeah, that's a bit fucking weird. And you also feel like the world is watching you eat when it's too quiet. But if it's just, you want that right medium buzz, and the one that I'll keep going back to, Moxie's, is the fucking, that's like that's the experience that I enjoy if I'm gonna go out.
The food was a little bit better. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Moxie's is definitely a spot that I go quite often.
For the money, it's like, how do you, in Halifax anyway, because some places get stupid expensive in Halifax for no reason. For the money, Moxie's is probably the best overall.
Yeah. Well, it's nice because it's not your typical family restaurant, so you don't have a bunch of kids in there unless you're dealing with like a family that, like, you know, that
once in a while you'll see somebody in.
You see it, but usually like the families are like properly behaved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're not screaming and yelling.
They're not screaming and going crazy. And if they are, it's the type of client that'll like pick their child up and like leave or, you know, remove, you know, till things
They're not the one that ignores the child just screaming.
Yeah. And it's simply just from affordability. Like, you're not going to see most regular, you know, working class families like taking their, you know, family of 6 out to Moxie's to go eat because the bill would be like, you know, $400, right?
That'd be crazy.
So it is nice in terms of it's more of an adult setting. And there's enough traffic in there that you feel like you're around people, but it isn't overwhelming. So I agree in terms of like dining experience, and it's a little bit more expensive, but it's not like ridiculously expensive.
I don't feel ripped off when I go to Moxie's.
Like if I go there with my wife, or I take a client or a business partner out, or we're just going for a meal and chat.
It's like 80 to $80, $90.
My bills are a bit more. Mine's usually about 120 because
alcohol involved.
Yeah, we usually get a drink or two, and whatever.
I'm too cheap for that shit. I get beer once in a while, but that's the difference maker is the alcohol.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not too bad. But you want to know my ultimate favorite dining experience, even more so than Moxie's.
Oh.
All right. My bed.
Oh.
I like ordering takeout food, having it on the bed with Netflix up, or a movie or whatever, or a show. It's like something that you're excited to watch, and then having your Chinese food there, or a doner, or whatever it is that you're eating, right? It could be a big order of sushi, whatever. In my bed, in my PJs, you know, or shorts, relaxing, excited to watch content on TV in the comfort of my own home and sitting in bed. That is by far my favorite eating experience in terms of like just being comfortable. But if I had to choose to leave the house, Moxie's is up there for this area.
Just in terms of the experience, like in general. That's what I'm looking for, is what you get at Moxie's. Like, there are other places other than Moxie's, but like Moxie's also hits on the price point, the quality of food. They never fuck my order up, you know, shit like that. It's just like the right mix. The waiters and waitresses don't hover like fucking crazy.
They don't do that either, which is nice.
Fuck, that drives me wild. So like it's just that all around fucking experience that you know.
Again, it's because of the clientele that go there. You know what I mean? Like I've worked at many family restaurants that are for, you know, everyday folk that, you know, are trying to eat on a budget. And they're much more needy as a client or as a customer, where it's like, you know, where's my refill? Where's this? Where's that? It's like you got to please. And then not only that, as a server, you know, you have to win these folks over because a lot of them are fucking cheap. So like you feel as though you have to like really overwhelm them with service in order to actually get a decent tip. Not everybody's like that, but I can tell you from experience, I've worked in 4 different restaurants, and I've dealt with it. That's the reason why. So a place like Moxie's or the Keg or the Cut or something, you see it. It's like they see from a distance. They don't need to come down there and poke and nod you. They usually do their quick walk around. How's everything tasting? Good. And then you don't see them again until you need a refill, and they just like spot it from the other side of the room. Hey, sir, would you like me to? Yeah, okay. And then they walk off. It isn't like every 5 minutes. Hey, how's it going? Oh, it's still tasting great. Oh, okay, great. We got it.
You know what's fucking hilarious though is that there's a point where that switches back again. You hit a level of like fine dining where they go back to hovering like crazy because they think it's expected that they're gonna they have to be there to your every beck and call. And because they're so fucking worried about you not having like this perfect experience, they just sit over top of you the whole time. You can go to restaurants where your bill is like $300 for 2 people, and they're literally just like helicopter parents.
Take a sip of water and they're there to like fill it up. Like Jesus Christ!
Like man, you're picking your water up and they got the pitcher and they're just like trying to directly pour the pitcher into your mouth.
Why don't you just pour a pitcher of water in my mouth since you're here? All right, just drink. Feed me. You know what I mean?
Wine, grapes. Give me some of that shit. But yeah, that's so there's like a weird pocket. And I think most of it is and you hit the nail on the head with I think Moxie's knows this as well, is that it's business clientele. Most of it. It's business deals, business lunches. That's who shows up there. And with business deals, you don't want to cheap out, but you also don't want to go to, fucking take your clients to like Dumb Maurizio's, like in the waterfront. You just go, Moxie's is like the fucking, the Catalina wine mixer for the business deal. And that's why, you get that perfect.
It's like, that shit, it reminds me of when I was in Las Vegas and we went to the strip club. I don't know if it was Sapphires or, I think it was Sapphires, but they had a steakhouse in there, and the guy that we go and meet up with, slightly deranged from the stream. He basically said like, dude, you want to taste some really good steak, you got to get it at the strip club. I'm like, man, I don't know about eating at a strip club.
Of all the places, the last on the list is probably a strip club.
I don't know, but you know what? Hey, if you say it, I'm here for Vegas.
Like crack den stripper, like just
So we end up getting a limo. We had the back door, the backdoor service. We show up and the bouncers come and greet us at the back door. It makes us feel really VIP. And as we walk into the back door, I don't know if I told the story on the podcast, and some of it I'll leave out, but as we walk in, because what happens in Vegas,
of course stays
in Vegas, unless it's a funny story like this. So we walk in. And as soon as we walk in the back door, right, there's like 8, 9 strippers, like all in a row, like basically all standing in a hallway. And as you walk in, they basically just link up, and they each guy or gal, depending on the dudes, but we all had a girl, and they would take us to our VIP section when we had like bottle service. But before we went over there, they escorted us over to the steakhouse, right? They have like a legit like restaurant in the strip club.
Oh my lord.
So you're not actually like eating and then like sitting at Perv Row and eating a steak while there's like strippers stripping on the pole. So we went into the thing, and talk about full service in every sense of the mean. So our food comes out. So we order these steaks, right? And the shit ain't cheap. Like it ain't cheap. It was good steak, but what these chicks were doing is they would sit there on your lap, right?
And feed you steak.
And feed you. Cut your steak for you. Have their titties out. You know what I mean? Like pretty much everything off except their panties.
Oh my God.
Sitting there, right? Their titties all in your face, and they're feeding you steak, and they're sitting there. They expect you to like buy them a drink, and every drink is like $20. So they're like, we got bottles on the table, and these chicks are like grabbing our bottles and pouring fucking doubles and triples for themselves. And drinking up, they give you like pitchers of cranberry juice, and they're drinking your alcohol, and they want to sit on your lap and cut your steak and have their titties in your face and some of them smell like fucking cigarettes and fucking prostitute ass. I literally told, and the worst part about it is the original girl that came and sat on me was a black chick, and I'm not into black girls at all. So like, it's just not my. It's not. I got a sister. I just don't. It's not my. I don't know what it is, but when I'm at a strip club, it's like I need my Caucasian ladies. I need my Asian ladies up in this. You want to throw some Brazilian ladies at me? You know, I need not chocolate. All right. So of course I was the one that got, and she was a beautiful girl. She was, you know, good looking girl. It's just not my, if I'm going to the strip club to spend money, I want to spend it on what I like. Right. So I essentially, I had the black chick, and I literally told her,
no.
I literally said, you know, this ain't working. Like, I'm going to feed myself. Thank you. And she got really, really mad. So as she's leaving, right, I ended up telling my buddy, like, you know, I'm just not into, you know, I'm not into that. And the girl that was feeding this dude, right, heard what I said to him. I didn't think anything of it. So we're all done. And there were a few of us that like didn't want girls sitting on our laps with titties hanging out and feeding us food.
You just want
like,
steak.
I just want to eat my food. Like, I'm about to go out to the strip club and see plenty of that. Like, just let me eat my food, right? It's just another way for them to make money and to like take money from you, right? Build a relationship with you before you actually go in to spend a bunch of money, you know? And I just wasn't falling for it. I'm a cheap ass too, right? Like, I'm like, you know, I don't fall for the cons, right? I just don't. In the strip clubs, I just like, listen, if I want to lap dance or I'm gonna throw money at you, then, you know, I'll do that on my own accord. I don't need you to like try and build rapport with me, because ultimately I know you're trying to extract my money from my wallet, and when you try and do that, it's a turnoff. Like, I don't want to give my money. You know, I wanna feel like I'm the one that's choosing who I wanna, you know, have an experience with, so to speak. So anyway, get back to the story. Once we're done eating, we go to the main floor, right? And we're all drinking, we're hanging out, and the girls are coming back and forth and things like that. And you know, some of the guys are going to get lap dances, and I don't do the like private room stuff. And I'm the type of guy that'll go there with $100, $200 in ones, and I'll go up to like the cashier, and they literally will give you a stack of $100 bills. Like, you give them $100 bill, they have elastic band and 100 ones. So I'll usually get like 100 of those, and then, you know, when the girls are dancing up on the poles, right, I'll throw some money.
You
know, and spend $100, $200. That's usually my thing. But as I'm walking around, every single black stripper that was there was throwing shade at me. Like, I walked by.
Oh no!
I walked by one stripper, and one girl, because the girls always come up to you and like try and have conversations with you, try and get you to buy them a drink and stuff. And I'm talking to one chick, right? And she's like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing in town?" and stuff like that. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we're just here. You do a little thing called BuzzCon, and we're hanging out, and we're just chilling with the boys. And you know, it's that guy's birthday over there. Right? You're always trying to like pin girls off on the birthday boy."
Of course.
And this black chick comes up as I'm talking to this girl at the bar, right? And I'm getting a drink, and she goes, "Oh, you're good. You're white." And I was like, "What?" And I was like,
"Oh
what?
no!"
It didn't dawn on me at the start, but then as the night started progressing, I started getting more girls started throwing more shade at me, and I was like, and I started feeling bad too, because I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean anything by it. But yeah, they were throwing mad shit. They were throwing mad for the majority of the night.
Salty.
So yeah, I made that mistake. So yeah, that's a little funny strip club.
I don't know
story.
why they like if they're gonna go through the pain and suffering of having it be like that's like the white glove service of strip clubs. You'd think they just have the lineup and then you just choose who you want and not have random girls link arms up with whoever the fuck. walks through the door. You'd think they'd at least just take the extra step to be like, here's your selection, gentlemen, and it's like, choose your fucking Mortal Kombat character. It's like, I want the fucking Mexican with the fake tits. Just like
you do that at like rub and tug places.
Well,
It's like,
but if somebody is gonna sit on my lap and feed me steak with their fucking fake ass smelly cigarette titties, I want to at least pick which pair of smelly cigarette titties are gonna be in my face.
That's literally what it was. It was like I had not only my least like preferred. It sounds so like, talking about strip clubs and talking about women like this sounds awful.
It's just it's a reality. They're there. They're doing the thing.
Everybody has their preference. You know what I mean?
They're male strippers.
I literally got the black chick who once again was very attractive. Like
just not your bag, bro.
Just not my bag. But not only that, she's a smoker, and it was just like I'm smelling cigarette smoke. I'm jealous of a few of the other guys that got like more of my taste, and I'm like, and now I gotta pay this. Like, she's drinking my booze, she wants to cut my steak, and she wants to take my money, and I want to just cut off the relationship before she goes too deep into like investing into me for the night, because a lot of these strippers will like invest in a guy or two in a night.
Oh yeah.
And hope extract a lot of money from them, and she just was not going to get it from me. I was trying to find a nice way to like break the relationship before it even started, and it was just like super awkward. And when she finally left, and I just like kind of whispered it to my boy, of course, the other stripper friend, and I found out what it was, because I remember being there and I was like upset, like ruined my night. I'm like, I didn't mean to be mean, like. And then one of the strippers that was like hanging out in the VIP area for a while and drinking her booze, she literally told me. She literally said like, yeah, she didn't. There's a reason why they're doing that, because I was telling the guys like, man, these strippers are like fucking give me a hard time. And she was like, well, you kind of said this, and some of the girls take the stuff personal, and I'm like, all right, fuck me, man.
Look, if you're in that situation, like for her, it's like, look, you just did her a service, because like you said.
Exactly.
Listen, you're not getting any. She's not getting any of your money. So like, what would have been worse? You not saying anything, and then she like puts in all this effort and gets paid like literally next to nothing for the entire night's effort, or you just up front and be like,
yeah. And I was nice about it. I was like, listen, I don't think this is gonna work. I didn't even tell her like, you're not my type. Like I wasn't like that. I was just like, listen, this ain't gonna work. I just prefer to eat the food myself. And she unfortunately,
you followed up with the real reason. And the other, I
wish I didn't say that, because if I,
unfortunate. I'd be saying the same thing. I'd be like, look, I'm about to go to a strip. I'm gonna see all the titties I want. I don't need them in my face. I just want. I heard the steak here was real good, and I doubt it's because fucking. Yeah. Cinderella over there is about to come feed me the steak and drink my booze. So if you're
gonna spend like $80 for a steak, even though one of the boys actually picked up the tab, but still, like if I'm gonna spend $120 on a meal, I don't want titties in my face and cigarette smoke. I don't care if the brown titties, white titties. I just want to eat my meal, especially.
I want cow titties, Jeff.
My face in about 30 minutes for the remainder of the night. Like, let me eat my steak. God damn.
Related to Vegas, in one way or the other, Matt asks, are you guys concerned about the future of gambling in games? The success of Genshin Impact in particular has made me worry about what will become more acceptable over time in the Western market. I don't know if worried is the right word, but I do hope that they regulate it better, because ultimately the problem is accessibility by kids.
Yeah.
So, if an adult with their own credit card, fucks their own shit up, that's on them. But if kids are getting involved, even if it's free, like let's say they're playing Genshin Impact like I do, and I haven't spent a red cent on the game, you're still you earn in-game currency and then you pull the fucking arm and you're playing slot machines basically. You're developing that habit. You don't want that with kids. And so regulation is going to be just like with a casino where you don't have 5-year-olds running around the fucking floor. Regulation is the way to go. Am I concerned about it otherwise? Not really, but it is painfully obvious after all we've seen with like Electronic Arts and 2K and these other companies working it into sports titles and anything they get their hands on, and just the evolution of games as a service and what that means and what comes with it, and the fine line between gambling and like reward mechanisms in games, and the fact that we already have like developer talks that are full video released of them talking about manipulating people to create whales and extract. It's like the regulation is required. So that's the biggest thing. I'm sure it will happen. Will it be quick? No. But it will eventually happen at some point. But I'm not concerned about it so much as I just want to, I would just hope that at this point, the most we can hope for is that parents are more aware of what their kids are playing and paying attention to that so that their kids are not exposing themselves to just fucking like becoming gambling addicts at the age of like 12.
Yeah.
Because they want to have like 17 different versions of Lionel Messi in their dream team FIFA fucking game or some shit. That's just dumb. The fuck? Some of these questions you guys have is fucking wild. Here you go. Logan asks, what's your favorite winter sport, Mr. Blank? Maybe not one that you personally partake in, but do you have a favorite winter sport?
I mean, I have to go with hockey, even though I don't watch hockey.
You were into skiing for a while. Like when you were younger, you were pretty into skiing. I don't know if you watched it.
I was into skiing a lot because of the Olympics. Like I really enjoy Winter Olympics. I enjoy the Winter Olympics way more than Summer Olympics.
Yeah, same
like
here.
Infinitely so. But in terms of like, I did a lot of skiing. I did quite a bit of snowboarding personally. But I am usually zoned in on the skiing stuff on the Olympics, but it isn't really something I think about come wintertime where I'm like, man, ski season. I would just pick hockey simply because it's like, it's a safe pick. When I do watch hockey games, I'm not like bored out of my skull. So like, it's not like watching baseball, even though baseball is my favorite sport to play. I can tolerate it, but I usually only ever watch playoff hockey. I won't watch, regular season stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, hockey. I mean, but the thing about hockey is that like when I hear winter sports, I tend to associate directly with the Olympics, and even though hockey is part of that, hockey here is so ubiquitous and year round, I don't even like
consider
attach it to a winter sport. So like if I had to go,
you can play hockey all year round here. There's
it's in the rinks and shit.
Like people play hockey all the time here.
So outside of that, if I had to go with another winter sport, I enjoy downhill skiing quite a bit. I enjoy anything that involves time, like how fast you can do something. And individual. Like I don't like races that much, other than the 100-meter, that kind of stuff. But like when it comes to winter sports, I want one person or team on a track, like, bobsled, whatever the fuck, on a track. What can you do? What's your best time? Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I really love to watch, personally. And then like similar individual like what do you even call it? Like ski jumping, like long jump, like ski
Long jump or whatever
whatever
it is.
the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like they go down like a kilometer long fucking hill and then they yeet themselves off a fucking jump and they're got that fucking forehead ski jump. Okay. That shit. I'll watch the fuck out of that. Like I love that shit as well.
You want to know what my favorite sport to watch out of all sports, besides MMA? I mean that is. I mean UFC is where it's at.
Did you watch 100%. Anderson Silva get his shit pushed in again?
Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
Yeah, no, he's done. Or he's doing Bellator. So you know where my favorite, other than UFC, because that just takes the cake. But if I had to choose another like traditional sport, I love me some golf, man. I can watch golf.
Okay, did you watch any of the
Bro, I didn't watch any. Oh, bro, I watch TV now, but I mean, like,
bruh, Tiger. I fucking love watching Tiger, and I hate watching Tiger now because it was the Masters, okay? Because they had delayed the Masters this year because of the Rona, so they just got around to the Masters now. And traditionally at the Masters, experience trumps raw power and youthful skill. And so, you know, just like Tiger managed to win like not long ago, a couple years back, whatever year, just when he won nothing, he was like 185,000th in the fucking world, and then all of a sudden he comes up and wins that. So this comes around again. He's out on the fucking on the course, and he has a real solid first day. He's only a few strokes back from the lead. And everyone at the top was real close. I was like, oh my God, is Tiger gonna fucking do this again? Let's fucking go. And I gotta be straight with you, bro. Golf without Tiger Woods is dog shit.
It's boring.
It's absolute dog shit. Nobody has a personality. Nobody has that killer mentality that shows on the course. You know, Tiger wore all of it, even if he was stone-faced, you could still tell what was going on.
Intense. Very intense.
Very intense individual.
Yeah.
Very few people can like attempt the crazy shots he did and pull them off consistently. Tiger was the GOAT in that regard. He made golf. He got golf to where it is now. And golf, if I went and looked at the numbers, I'd be shocked if golf hasn't dropped off pretty substantially.
It definitely has. 100%.
And they kept calling people out for the next Tiger Woods, right? So it's like, Rory McIlroy was going to be like the next one, and then Dustin Johnson or whatever was going to be the next one, and then whatever they keep coming up with new names. And there were a couple of young kids in this Masters that crushed it, like 20-something-year-olds that did really fucking well and came in like second or third place or some shit. And now of course the narrative will be that, but Tiger Woods, here's an analogy for you. Tiger Woods is the fucking Hulk Hogan of golf. Tiger Woods could be 98 years old, decrepit as fuck, could barely swing a fucking putter anymore. And you could haul his ass out onto a golf course. And everyone on that golf course will be there to watch him fuck up every swing versus watching literally anyone else on the golf course.
Well, I'd even wager he's even bigger than that. He's even bigger.
I don't mean in terms of like size. I just mean in terms of like, let's bring Hulk Hogan back out, guys. And then everyone's like, woo!
The wrestling fans go, woo.
Yes.
You bring Tiger out, the non-golf fans go, woo.
They want to watch.
The world watches.
Yeah.
When he's going deep, non-golf fans, people that haven't swung a club in their fucking life,
will watch.
They watch because he's an icon. He is the face of not just golf, but he is one of the icons in sports in general. Like he is a Michael Jordan level of icon. And it's like when Michael Jordan went to go play baseball, it was the same thing, or Michael Jordan playing basketball. Everybody watched. When Michael Jordan left, everything tanked. When he came back, there was a lot of hype. It's the same thing with Tiger. The fact that Tiger came back after all these surgeries and came back after all the personal shit and won a Masters, bro, that shit is He was already a legend, like forever. That was like some poetic, that was like some fairy tale storytelling shit that like only guys like Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan. It's like if Michael Jordan wanted to come back to the NBA and win a championship against LeBron. You know what I mean? It's like,
dude,
it's probably
Tigers winning professional tournaments in 3 separate decades.
yes, that's insane, bro. It's
changed his swing like 58,000 times, a million surgeries, and arguably the biggest thing to any golfer is their mental headspace. And so when he cheated on his wife and all that shit fucking happened, it was game the fuck over. He couldn't swing a club.
Driving, getting arrested, fucking, he was a hot mess. Like he was saying, it was a point where he couldn't even play with his kids. He couldn't even get up. And the dude is out here winning Masters again. So, like, yeah.
So he was doing real well, and then unfortunately he shot a 10 on a par 3.
Damn.
Put it in the water 3 times. No. He put it in the water twice, and then the sand trap the third time or some shit, and then ended up getting a 10 on a par 3 or some along those lines.
Well, there goes that.
And then, but here's the annoying thing. Then he went and, like, smashed 4 back-to-back birdies. And you're like, you fucking asshole. If you didn't do a 10 on a par 3,
you'd be in
you're literally in the top 3.
Yeah.
So, like, if you watch Tiger, even though you know there's a small chance, you watch it because you know, even if it's a small chance, if he's in the running, he can pull that shit off.
Yeah.
But you remove Tiger from golf, and bro, the amount of golf I watch, and I play golf, I enjoy playing golf. It goes down to basically 0.
I'm the same way.
Because there's nobody really interesting to watch. There's even around Tiger growing up, there were other names that were still kind of fun to watch. Fucking like, you know, Phil Mickelson and even the tail end of like Greg Norman was still around at the time, and Hal III, VJ Singh, fucking Sergio Garcia, fucking.
He was actually, I like Sergio a lot. There's a few, but Tiger was the GOAT, man. Still is.
It's true.
Still is.
It's true. If only he didn't fuck himself up so hard and he took all the records like he should have. Unfortunately, now I don't think he's going to win enough majors to make it happen. But you know what? It's Tiger Woods. Maybe he'll do it. You never fucking know. Jim Furyk, another one. I will watch it. Jim Furyk is finally playing with the old guys now. He fucking put down the young youthful hat and put on the senior tour. And got on that hype. But anyway, I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this week. That's all we got for Technical Alpha. We're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Hit the follow button here on Twitch if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're feeling extra special. Thank you so much for those who continue to subscribe here on Twitch. We know that you don't get fancy fucking Las Vegas Strip and neon signs popping up and shit every time you resub and whatnot. We know you're there, and we appreciate you a great deal. Also, once again, youtube.com/lifesaglitchtv. Follow us there, subscribe, hit the bell icon. First hour, this thing goes live every Friday, unless YouTube fucks me up, which twice in the last month it did, but otherwise, it's up at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Friday mornings on YouTube. Like and comment. The first hour goes a long way for us. Share it with your friends and those you think might want to watch the show. And of course, as always, if you want to financially support us here, and lots of people have been continuing to do so, that number hasn't wavered in weeks, and I'm loving it, and you guys are gods. Patreon.com/lagtv is the place to do just that. But for now, we're out of here, Mr. Black. Thank you guys once again. And until we see you guys next week, stay safe out there. Wear a fucking mask, you asshole. We love you. Peace.
Peace.